Hi guys, Nicholas Monteer here, coming to you with video content, right? I'm supposed to be talking about video. Welcome to the business planning of 2020 for 2021. You can thank your broker and most of the affiliate Southern California Coldwell Banker team for bringing you this fantastic event. I hope you've been enjoying yourself thus far. And they wanted me to come here and talk about video content. And I was really thinking of, what do I actually want to say? I only get 15 minutes and I don't want to waste it, but at the same time, I'm like, I probably should do a video on how to do video or how to lead generate through video. And it's so funny because I feel like the conversation is not complex. It's really just breaking it down and making sure people feel that they have the ability or they understand the importance of video. It was Simon Sinek recently, just about 6-7 months ago, who gave an amazing speech. And it was about only 5 minutes long, and you can find it on YouTube. But I'm gonna use his words today because I think he spells it out to really illustrate the importance of video. He talked about how Uber has destroyed the taxi industry. And you know, the yellow cabs and stuff that people used to take all the time, and they still exist, but not as prominently as before. And he said, you know, Uber didn't take out the taxi business. He said, the taxi business failed to adapt. He goes, just like you don't see video stores anymore. Now, because everybody can stream movies, right? Blockbuster, when was the last time you saw a Blockbuster? Probably not for a very long time. And it's because the video industry failed to adapt. So a new type of technology set forth. Same thing with Starbucks. Starbucks moved into town several coffee shops, unless they were able to meet that unique quality of that market or that neighborhood, have survived. So what I'm talking to you about today is video. It really is the next opportunity in our business. It's been around for a very long time. There's no real magic rhyme or reason about it. But it's something that you need to be aware of and understand the importance it can play in your business. Right now, I want to talk to you about a few things that I feel are the biggest hiccups that agents tend to, kind of skip over, and I'm like, or they just get frazzled by, or the analysis paralysis type of situation. And so I want to break them down for you. So hopefully you feel a little more comfortable with like what you can do, and that you feel you can actually make something happen this 2021, and hopefully use the next month or so of 2020 to get started, because you've got so many amazing video opportunities to expose yourself. This video is being shot before Thanksgiving. How many of you actually took the time to do a family video of what you're doing for Thanksgiving, what you're cooking, any kind of presents you could have put on your social media? Or maybe you do a video like this where you're promoting yourself in your own neighborhood, or talking about an improvement that just happened that you're super excited in your local market. This is what progress looks like, people. We are in the middle of a roundabout. Hettinger Park has its first legit roundabout, and I have to give huge kudos to our city for listening. Absolutely huge progress for us. Way to go, you guys. Or maybe it's a video while you're walking your dog and you kind of play a game of like cute house, ugly house. I don't know. And this is a nice house. And this is a nice house. And then there's houses like this one. Or maybe it's the typical just listed, just sold, but you show some passion behind it. You get excited about what you're actually promoting, right? Agents who do video have more business. A major marketing firm, H&W, actually did an entire study just last year on the fact that 33% more conversions happen when people incorporate video into their business across the board. And the clickable rate goes up about 27% on your content on your social media. Video has been incredibly important for a long time, and we need to make sure that we are incorporating this type of video content into our lives. And it can be about anything, like I said. Or maybe you talk about the fact that you've been doing holiday decorations and your tree looks absolutely gorgeous. That just happened. The next hiccup that I actually get is about what kind of equipment should I use. Right now I'm using a mic called Purple Panda. I highly recommend it. All you have to do is incorporate an additional dongle. It costs just a few dollars. If you have an iPhone, it'll work just fine. Again, I'm actually shooting this video today on an iPhone 8 Plus. that's how old my phone is, and you can see that it's not too bad. It maybe doesn't hide all my issues that I've got going on with my outfit today, but it's not that bad. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is that you can shoot this on a phone. You know, if you have an iPhone 12 and you're a little bougie, that's good for you. I absolutely love it. But if you're not, don't worry about it. Again, an iPhone 7 or better will actually shoot great video content, and you can do it just by holding it here. Selfie stick is another great thing you can incorporate in your life. I actually have something kind of fun. I've done some videos where I've actually had a chest harness. This actually straps over your shoulders and gives you the opportunity to actually shoot like, you know, first person cam kind of stuff. It's actually pretty cool. I've done some security footage videos for my own YouTube channel with that, which is fun. If you were actually doing a video of an actual listing, that works really well, but you don't need it. You could literally just hold your camera. Don't get stressed out about that. The other thing you need to keep in mind of is lighting. Now, I have a ring light above my camera right now, which you can't see, and my camera is actually attached to a module that clips on. Don't worry about writing this stuff down. I'm gonna send you a list of links so you don't have to think about it. A lot of people think when they're inside of a room that they actually wanna shoot the video with the windows behind them because it looks all pretty outside. Don't do that, because the camera will not actually focus correctly. It'll make you look like a dark cloud. You won't understand why. Unless you're in a room with windows and light on all four sides, that's the best situation. But how many times are we actually in a home or a house or a situation where we've got windows on all four sides of us? Almost never happens. So make sure you've got proper lighting. That is definitely something that you want to be aware of. Dark videos don't get a lot of clicks. And like I said earlier about content, I gave a few ideas and showed you a few examples of something you can do, but I also have a 48-week video content calendar. I will go ahead and send it to everybody on the call today. My new agents and I actually created it. We worked our way through every single week of the year and said, what would be important in that week? What's going on in the world at that month and that time? So I will send it to you. So if you're worried about content, because I feel like that gets people the most tripped up, but also think of doing educational content. You know, I've got a slew of videos, and it's because I care about it, which is my next point that I want to really make to you guys. When you're doing video, do video about what you care about. Do video that you're passionate about. I'm passionate about educating realtors. I love it. I think it's great. When I see that aha bubble kind of kick on and they take my idea and make it into their own thing, it's amazing to me. I absolutely love that. So if you love working with buyers, or you love working with sellers, or hey, you probably love spending time just with your family or your pets or whatever it is in your life, even just spending time at home. I love being home. I could shoot videos in my living room all day long. But the truth of the matter is, you want to make sure that you're doing something that you're passionate about, guys. Your passion shows through the camera lens. My next point that I want to make, don't try to overthink it. Don't try to make it perfect. If you need a script, there's a lot of great script apps out there that will actually roll while you're talking. You can use one of those. You could write everything down on big cards and have somebody turn them over behind the camera. Whatever works for you, it doesn't really matter. Remember, the flaws make it beautiful. It doesn't need to be perfect. Right now, my husky's tiptoeing around and I keep telling her to sit down and she won't calm down because there's a guy on motorcycles outside. Remember that your imperfections are the beauty of your film. And then I thought to myself, while I'm making this video for you guys, I thought, like, what if everybody thinks, well, I've heard all of that before, like, does it actually work? And let's not forget that there are so many different types of video content that you can incorporate in your business. Like what I'm about to show you is a testimonial call by Marlena Baldonado, one of our top producers and one of our rising stars, Lauren Line, and how they incorporate video into their business in a different way. So it could be through Zoom calls, which has become incredibly popular lately. It could become through FaceTime to connect with clients, or video texting. There's so many different ways that video can make an impact in your business. And I wanted these ladies to tell you just exactly how they use video and how they feel about incorporating video in their business. Take a look.
Well, I just wanted to ask you, you're like, to me, one of the pioneering people to really bite off the whole virtual open house. You really have been jumping in on doing video. You did an amazing tour. I think you were in LA, which I thought was so cool the other day. So I just kind of thought, if I was going to ask somebody how videos changed their business or why you think it's important, I figured you'd be the person to ask.
Video is huge because that's really how you can create that bond without having to be right in person with someone, right? It's better than, if a photo is worth 1,000 words, then what is a video? Photo can only go so far. Heck of a lot better than just posting words, right? As far as like social media is concerned. But yeah, I mean, I think using video, using Zoom, these platforms that really allow us to not only like continue to do what we were doing to add value to our clients, but I mean, even just like be cutting edge and adapt to really what's happening in our world around us.
What do you think is like the coolest thing that's happened to you since you started incorporating video into your like social media and your business?
I mean, the very first virtual open house I did was a huge success. Well, it was a huge fail and a huge success at the same time because
Aren't they all?
because I only had one person join the virtual open house, which was fine. I mean, thank you for that one, because I went through the entire tour of the home, and that person ended up being a buyer's agent who had a client who like the house was perfect for. He contacted me immediately after I ended the virtual open house and, scheduled that appointment. The clients went to see it that same evening. We had a full price offer the next morning.
Being new, I was figuring out all the different avenues that there are to choose from. And then obviously, as you know, as soon as I started, within a few months, I felt like I was getting this whole thing on, open houses and all that stuff. And then obviously we all know what happened. And then I was forced to think outside the box. I love this new, career that I found, and I want to do everything in my power to, make this work and be successful. And I just figured that, video was going to be the way that I could safely do it. Video and social media are kind of the only way that I've been able to be in people's face. You don't want to smother people with statistics and there's Lauren, there's another, sales video, a little gimmick, you know what I mean? And I just totally remember you saying that. So I have been working really hard on trying to find that balance of personal life and, being a service to people, and also on top of it, letting people know what I'm doing because I am so new.
Hi friends, happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I am working this beautiful Saturday.
And I've actually had, I think, a couple deals off people that I haven't seen that just watch my stories even, like a 15-second story on something. And then you open your phone the next time and you see one of those little message things up there, and you click on it and they're like, hey, Lauren, I saw your story, whatever. So I find it's been extremely impactful.
So communication is actually broken down into several different parts, right? And this is my favorite thing to talk about when people are asking me, does video work? And we know it does, but I like to give evidential proof as to why it does instead of just saying video works. There was an amazing book called Silent Messages written back in 1971, before my time, by Albert Mehrabian, if I said that correctly. And he basically talks about how communication is broken down into sections. 7% of our communication comes from the written word, so just words on a page. 7% of communication. Think about text messages, emails, even stuff you read on Facebook. 7% of communication is being transferred in that moment, right? And no, they don't count emojis. This was 1971 in this study. I'd be curious to see what emojis bring to the table in nowadays talk. But the next part of this is that 38% is in tonality. Like you guys can hear me talk right now, where a phone call now incorporates an additional 38%. So 7% plus 48% gives us 45%, right? That last major part, and this is where video takes you on a communication level like nothing else can, or like an in-person meeting. That additional 55% that comes from your body language. So think about that, 7% from words, 38% from tonality, and 55% from body language. That's why video can be so incredibly powerful in helping you connect with your people. Again, I want to make it very clear that we've got an immense amount of content ideas out there that you can go ahead and choose from. I will send you that list like I said. There was kind of a couple of snippets of the different kind of tools or tech you can incorporate in your business. We didn't really get into gimbals instead of some of the crazy stuff, but you honestly don't need it. All right, guys, this has been Nicholas Monteer with Coldwell Banker Coast Alliance, your Director of Education, and I really do hope that after today you'll understand the importance of adapting your business to video, as it is the next opportunity in our real estate business. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.